People really get into, this vicarious hobby of just everybody should do this, that, or the other. Like, I know that I am, being the failure that I am. I know very well, the shortcomings of human nature and how our bad behavior can be really ingrained, and it's really hard to dislodge yourself from self-destruction, self-sabotage, being a busybody, annoying craphead. Like, I get it, and how hard it is to be better. So, like, when I just say, oh, just be better, I understand that's a tall ask, and it's a simple prospect, but it's not easy to do. It's simple to win the marathon. You just run faster than everybody else, but it's not easy to do. It's not easy to not be a human garbage can and just be everything that you hate other people being towards you. But, like, we gotta try. I try every day. I know I'm a loser. I know I'm a failure. Doesn't mean I stop trying. Doesn't mean tomorrow I'm just gonna get up and just be a dick to everyone I come across. And I think you should really take that as a profound example. I'm never gonna be successful as most of the people that watch my videos. Not even close. And all I do is try to be my best self. Are you trying to be your best self? Let me give you a little bit of advice. Stop worrying about what everybody tells you to worry about. Stop waiting for other people to tell you what to think. Stop waiting to be told what's going to be important to you today. Let me give you a little further elaboration on that. The current events, all this nonsense, like, you have governments telling you, like, what you need to worry about and telling you this, that, and the other. Dude, governments are bad news. We can't live without them because you need law and order. Anarchy is not the answer. But, like, when has a government ever really been trustworthy? When has a government ever existed that didn't lie continuously? When was a government ever in any country that didn't take from you unduly and do stupid things with the money that they took in the form of taxes? How many things does the government spend your tax money on that benefits you directly? Now, you don't have the option of not paying taxes. If you owe taxes, you have to pay them. So be it. But don't sit there, have the government take money out of your pocket without your permission, and men with guns come if you don't give it to them. And then think, this same organization that's doing this to me, that's stealing from me and my family at gunpoint, just to go pee the money away overseas, is going to know what's best for me. Because they don't know what's best for you. And if you think that we should all have free healthcare or whatever, maybe you need to just go to Canada or go to Britain. They might not take you. Imagine that. And it costs money to actually expatriate. So if you want to, like, forfeit your United States citizenship and go become, like, a citizen of one of these countries, it does cost money. Everything costs money. There's nothing in this world that is free. And if they're giving it out for quote-unquote free, somebody's paying for it. When Denny's offers, like, a free Grand Slam to, like, the first, like, 500 customers to line up, on some promotional or whatever, let me tell you something. That comes out of the corporate profit margin. When the government gives out free tests for you-know-what and free vaccinations for you-know-what, it's not free. Your tax money is paying for that. They're taking money from you. They're promising you good highways and roads and infrastructure. They promise you, like, health care for, your underage children under a WIC and, like, Medicare and whatnot for low-income families. They promise you this, that, and the other. Social Security retirement benefits. They promise you these things. And then they spend that money on these tests for you-know-what and vaccinations for you-know-what. They spend this money on foreign aid for gender studies in Pakistan. Do you realize how much Pakistan hates the United States? Pretty much, America has made this habit of giving out money and aid to numerous countries that hate our guts and make fun of us all the day long. We're like an international joke, and we always have been. In the world stage, like the EU and all their constituent countries, most of them hate our guts. And yet we pay the largest share of NATO. Like, we basically pay for Sweden to have their national defense, and we pay for, like, Denmark to have their defense. These people don't pay for their own national defense, which is why they can live their weird semi-socialist political structures. Like, it works because we're footing their bill economically. And the blue and yellow crisis right now that you're seeing over there, like, the only thing that makes sense, like, if you are not, like, inbred and, like, rubbing, like, 60 IQ points together, and that's just the utmost limitations of your prowess of mind, the only thing that makes sense to do is to drill, baby, drill, become energy independent again, and export energy so that we can sell oil to the world instead of buying oil from people that hate our guts. Because everybody that we get our oil from right now hates us. Canada hates us. Did you know that? They think we're a joke. Canadians themselves don't hate us. Canadians themselves wish they were us, wish they were citizens here. And a lot of them are expatriating. But the Canadian government hates us. And they provide a lot of our oil. Think about that. Mexico hates us less, but we're still a joke to them. But that's partially because of who's in charge in our country right now. I think ultimately they thought we were pretty cool when the other guy was here. Anyway, so we got that. Let's become a net exporter of energy again. Drill, baby, drill. And then, if you care about the blue and yellow crisis, then you can either go over there and fight, or shut your mouth. Because if you're not over there fighting, then you really don't believe what you're saying. You're just being a dick and obnoxious and pretending like you care, and you don't really care. You know, I don't see you like paying to first class ship food to Africa, are you? You don't care. You just hate yourself for not caring, and so you want to play pretend that, you know, like you're some great humanitarian, but you're just kind of a hollow lie. Let me tell you something. I know about living lies, and I'm quite an expert at being a resentful loser. So I know when I see one, and I see you. So, like, either go over there and fight or shut up. Stop buying our oil from their enemy that's messing them up right now. And if you really want, you know, like, lobby our government to just sell them all the weapons, you know, at a good price. You know, here's some missiles, here's some tanks, you know, have fun. And stay out of it. Stay out of it. They are no less totalitarian than the people that are beating them up right now, and that's a fact. They're no less corrupt. That's a fact. They have oligarchy, just like the guys that are beating them up. They're basically like a miniature version of the people that are attacking them. And I mean, honestly, like, one was always going to absorb the other. Where were you during Crimea, huh? Do you even know what Crimea is? Huh? Did you even know what happened in Belarus? No? And then now, the blue and yellow, let me tell you something. That was an artificially installed government. Oh, they want democracy. Do they? Do they? Did Afghanistan want democracy? How long did that last? How long did that last? We gave democracy to Iraq and Iran. How's that doing? Yeah? Oh, they want democracy. Who said they wanted it? Really? They live very, very similarly to the people that are attacking them. Their ethical and moral values kind of like parallel. And for all your up and down that they want democracy. Okay, yeah. That's because the people that are currently running the place were put there by external parties, and I'll give you 3 guesses as to who that is. Their colors are red, white, and blue. Stars and stripes is the shape of their flag. That's who installed the regime that's currently running that place. So, yeah. Maybe it's not them that cares one way or another about democracy. Maybe it's the people that they just implanted there. I would urge you to think about that. I would urge you to think about the fact that basically the red, white, and blue with the stars and stripes created and fabricated this entire scenario just so it could be used in the event that it was required. It just so happens there's a lot of things over there in the blue and yellow that are really inconvenient for the current administration. Reams of paper that have incriminating documents and all kinds of awkward truths. And it would be really convenient if all that just burned down, but that would be like kind of suspicious too. But what if another country just bombed those buildings with all those documents? That seems pretty organic, and it seems like it could happen. I mean, that's, you know, accidents happen, you know, like crises happen. It's almost perfect, isn't it? You know, like the big guy had been working billions of dollars of deals with oligarchs and the blue and yellow for years, maybe decades. And now all of a sudden the blue and yellow is just getting, you know, like wiped out by, you know, a country that benefits from keeping a weak Western leader in power. All of this is meant to be. So if the red, white, and blue with the stars and stripes was to go over there and start foreign interventionist warfare, you know, and drag it out with no real intent to win, just like they did in the Middle East, I think that would benefit the current administration to no end and make your life more expensive and miserable. So stop putting the blue and yellow all over everything you own. You're basically simping for the elimination of your first world life. Think about it.